Hi Chris and Kim, just a quick video to show you basically how your boiler's working. So this is just your central heating filter, don't need to worry about that at all. I do the cleaning out of that every service, so or if you get another engineer they'll do it as well. These two red valves here, just leave these in that position at all times, don't touch them at all, and everything will work fine. If we go to the boiler, so front of the boiler, take the cover down, so you've got power on and off. That's your reset button. I'll go close up there. So, picture of a flame with a cross through it. That's your reset button. You've got your LCD display, and then you've got these four buttons here. You don't need to worry about the two bottom ones really, unless you're altering temperatures and things. So if we press any of these buttons to light the screen up, so as you can see here, there's a graph here which has just gone out of focus. There we go. So as long as that black shading is in between the two dotted lines, go back again, that's alright. It needs to be at the lower end of the lines. I'll go a bit more into that in a minute. If this thing will go on the screen, which it won't. Right, I'll keep flicking to and from it so it focuses properly. Oh, there we go. Right, so to alter your hot water temperature, button underneath the tap symbol, press it once, and it'll tell you it's set to 65 degrees. If you want to change that temperature, plus or minus, to alter that temperature. So most people have it about 60 degrees. I think that's personally a bit too hot for me, but 60 degrees is what we set them to. So alter it to 60 degrees, press the OK button, change accepted. So then if you go back, it'll revert back to the main screen, so you have your graph back, your temperature of the boiler inside, and basically if you press the hot tap again, it'll just tell you what it's set to. So we've changed it to 60 degrees. Go back. There is a function on this boiler called comfort mode, which basically means you get a bit of hot water a bit quicker to your tap. It's a bit pointless and it just burns gas, but to do that, if you want to try it out, hot water tap, and then you press the button with the C, and that C is comfort mode. So comfort mode currently off, press the plus or minus button to turn it on, so on, off, press it again. So comfort mode on, press OK, change accepted, go back, and then there's a little C on the display. That basically means comfort mode's turned on. All that does is heat a tiny amount of water in the boiler, so it goes to your taps a bit quicker. We'll just turn it back off again because I don't think you need it really. So comfort mode, turn it off, OK, back, and that's it, back to the main screen. The other symbol is the radiator symbol there. See if I'll focus it. Basically, press the button under the radiator. 58 degrees is what it's set to. We usually set that to about 65-70. So if we go up to 70 degrees, OK, change accepted, go back. So that's your main screen again. So that's just to change the central heating temperature. That's the output of the water from the boiler going into your radiators. So it's going to pump 70 degrees hot water through your radiators. That has nothing to do with the temperature of the rooms. Obviously, the lower that temperature, the more money you'll save on your gas. But obviously, it takes a bit longer to heat the rooms up that way. So if we go back to this graph, the bar, that's the pressure in the radiators. So you want the black shading to be just above the bottom dotted line. If it goes over the top dotted line, then you're in trouble. It's over pressurized for whatever reason, and it's just there to show it basically. So to check that pressure digitally, you go radiator symbol, and then there's a button here called bar. So if you press the bar button, 1.4 bar. Now when the system's cold, that pressure should be 1.1 bar, but obviously because I've been running the heating, it has gone up a little bit. But as the system cools down again, it will go down to 1.1. So if we go back again, so back to the main screen, that's pretty much all you need to know on that there. If for any reason you have fault codes on here, they'll always flash F for fault and then a number, so like F74, F28, things like that. First thing to do if you ever do get a fault is try the reset button here. Just press it and let go, and the boiler will restart itself. You'll hear a couple of groans and moans, or not even at all in this one, it's too quiet. There we go. and then that's it. It's back to itself again. If that fault code's still there when you've reset it, give me a call and we can talk you through a few other things. Now, relating to the pressure, if your pressure's gone down and you've got an F28 fault, it's because the pressure's low, things like that. I usually top the pressure up. If we go back to the bar symbol, which is there, and it's 1.4. So to top your pressure up, you just come away and go under the boiler. There's two valves. I don't know if you can see these very well. One there, and then there's one there. They both say on them closed. So if you can see that closed facing you, that means they're closed. If you can't read it, they're open. So open one by turning it. They'll only turn one way as well, so don't force it that way because it won't turn. It'll only turn one way. So that one's open because I can't see the closed. Go over to the other one and use this as your control. So slowly but surely just turn it open a touch. You know, you don't have to go full whack with it. Just open it a bit. Watch the screen up there until it's gone to 1.1, and then turn that one off, and then turn the other one off, and then that's that done. What else is there under the boiler? Pretty much nothing. This pipe is a condensate pipe, so it goes to the drain outside, down the wall and out through there to the drain. In the winter, some do freeze. I've been fitting these for 6 years. I've never had one freeze, so you should be fine. If you are the unlucky one that it does freeze on, just let me know. Give me a call in the winter, and we'll come out and defrost it for you. I'm pretty sure you'll have no trouble with it whatsoever, though. So over here, boiler spur. So this is just your power to your boiler, on and off. A 3 amp only fuse. So if the fuse does blow for any reason, it's 3 amps, no more. This here is your wireless receiver for your central heating. So that remote didgeridoo-dah, this is the box that picks the signals up and tells the boiler to light. So if I go over and grab that now, which I put it somewhere, here we go. So this is your central heating controls. It's also your programmer as well. We couldn't wire the one up on the wall to utilise it, so this is now doing the whole lot. So if we flip the pad up like that reveals all your buttons. So over here we've got day, copy day. This is I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's got like a little picture of a clock on it. If the camera would like to focus, which it won't. But there's a little clock on there, so that's basically to alter the times. Down here, this is to 1 to 4 settings for programming your heating on and off periods. That's just an OK button to accept whatever you've done. Over here we've got an information button. Doesn't do much, it just tells you what it's set to. Here is temperature up, temperature down. So temperature up, temperature down. And then over here we've got auto, which is like a run program. So if you're in the winter, just press the auto button and it'll revert to whatever program you've set. Manual, so if you're a bit cold one night but you just want the heating to come on at whatever temperature you want, press the manual button. So we've set that to 23 degrees. If you want it to be about 21 or whatever, just press the down and up and down arrows, and then it'll remember that. And that's in manual, so it'll remember that 20 degrees. As soon as the room hits 20 degrees, it'll turn off. And then off, obviously in the summer, you don't want the heating on, so just press the off button, it'll stay off. The 5 there, the 5 degrees, that basically just says it won't come on unless the temperature drops below 5 degrees. It's just to stop your house freezing. Middle of winter, most houses don't drop below about 10 degrees if someone's living in them. Right, so if we go back to sort of the programs and things, if you hold the auto button down for a few seconds and then take your finger off, hang on, what's going on there? So we just try that again. So wake the screen up, hold the auto button down, and let go, and it doesn't do anything. That's great.